can tell you firsthand, getting sick on tour is like hell.
Yeah.
Because it may be 8 hours from now we can stop for medicine. It may be 3 days from now we can get you to a hospital without missing a show.
Right.
You know, like I tore ligaments in my ankle before a show loading in one time, and I had to play the show and then go to the hospital. And Jesus. I don't know if you've ever torn ligaments before, but it doesn't feel great.
Nope.
We're actually playing in Lubbock, Texas with Macabre.
Damn.
And it was back in 2015. We had the first bus out of the 3 that we've had. I'm carrying one of our like riser boxes, like the stomp boxes, off the front of the bus because we loaded off the front down the stairs in that one for some of the stuff that was towards the front of the bus. And well, the way we had parked, there was a pothole right outside the bus, like on the last step. And when I stepped off the bus and the weight of the stomp box moving forward and everything, I didn't know there was a pothole. The way my foot landed in it, it pretty much, my leg kept moving forward and my foot stayed and just folded over and like didn't go the right way. And it literally, man, they'll probably at least a picture in the DVD. But
hell yeah.
I have pictures. It literally looked like somebody had stuck a softball under my skin on top of my ankle.
Oh my God.
And what we did was Katie was a nurse, man. She's like, it's broken. That's broke as fuck. Like, that's bad. Like, we need to go to the hospital now. And I was like, if we don't play the show, we don't have enough money to get to Oklahoma. Like, straight up. Like, we got to play this show. And if I go to the hospital, we ain't going to be back in time to play the show. There's no way.
Yeah.
So what we did is, we smoked on the bus a little bit. And then and we had like iced it so the swelling would like go down a little bit kind of thing. And I like forced my foot back into my boot. And which the initial like putting your boot on was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
And then I actually like taped the outside of my boot so that it would stay tight.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't keep like doing that. And I went and sat at the merch table and watched all the opening bands. Limped back to the backstage, painted up, and I spent the whole show, middle of the stage, that foot up on the monitor, just balancing the other foot, dude. Did the whole set. We stayed and watched Macabre. And we stuck around for, I think, close to 2 hours after the show, signing stuff and talking to fans that had been out to see us.
Jesus.
And then we went to the hospital. It was like,
Jesus Christ, you guys are like Slipknot.
And we went there, man, and like, I showed him, I was like, I think I broke my ankle. And the dude that does the x-rays goes, oh, shit. Like, it was like bad, man. And they gave me like the one of those, they look like a RoboCop foot or something, basically.
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
the giant braces that go up to like your knee.
Yeah.
They gave me one of those, man, and they're like, you tore like a bunch of stuff. It's not broken. I didn't break it.
But
I tore a bunch of ligaments.
Yeah.
And so I had to wear that brace, and I thought it looked stupid on stage, so I would take it off, like to play shows. Like, I would take it off, and I would just have the one foot on the monitor and do that and headbang as much as I could. And there was a few times I almost fell over because of it. It was actually the first day of the Cryptopsy tour I showed up in that brace. Like, from doing that.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
That is insane.
I broke my hand on the As Blood Runs Black tour. I got drunk and punched our trailer. And I just destroyed my hand. So I had a cast.
You can still sing with one broken hand though. So
yeah.
It's better than a foot.
Yeah. So as you can imagine, like a coarse painted dude with a fucking arm cast looked real brutal. And so I think I was supposed to leave it on for like a month. I think it was a week into the rest of the dates, and we cut it off. We like cut it off backstage.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm like, I can move my fingers. It's good enough. Cut it off. But no,
that's fucking
good times,
brutal,
man. Good times.
God, you guys go harder than anybody.
With everything, with all of like the van troubles, with all of like the the bones over the years, with all of like the what kind of like when you're kind of like going through the shit, like when things are kind of happening, like what keeps you going? Like what's the thing that like
I mean,
how do you
I
guess
really
like,
enjoy doing this.
Right.
Like, I mean, to me, I kind of always try to think about it from like a fan aspect too. Like, if I was a fan and I heard that like the singer like broke his ankle or something, like I would think it was pretty metal if he came out and played anyway.
Yes.
Like
That's fair.
that's awesome. Like, and I've and you hear about like the dudes from Slipknot like still playing with like stuff like that. And when I was growing up, you saw like dude from Parkway Drive broke his leg and he's like playing Download in a wheelchair.
Yes.
Like stuff like that. And I'm and that stuff just I guess always inspired me a little bit to be like, I don't want to cancel a show for anything. Like at all. So unless it's an absolute like emergency where I don't have a choice, we're playing. Yeah. Like straight up. I don't, even if we have to do some like home surgery in the back room or whatever before we go on. I mean, it is what it is.
Super gloomy shut, bro. Just super gloomy shut.
Yeah. We've definitely had like broken bones and sprains and whatever amount of different emergency situations happen on tour. And it just, we kind of always got to pull it together and be like, listen, we'll take you to the hospital. We just got to get through like 8 songs though.
After the show.
After the show. After the show, And I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, I lost my voice the one time and canceled in Tallahassee. But that was, I didn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm. What can you do? Yeah.
And we've missed shows for like a broken down vehicle where we like physically couldn't be there.
Right.